What happens when a man turns a simple love for building into a lifelong legacy that changes how millions see craftsmanship? That's exactly what Norm Abram, the humble yet brilliant mind behind this old house and the new Yankee workshop, managed to do. Long before social media fame and DIY influencers, he was already teaching the world what true craftsmanship looked like: precise, patient, and built to last. From the hum of his table saw to the quiet confidence in his voice, Norm became the face of American woodworking. He wasn't just a builder, he was a teacher, an artist, and a perfectionist whose plaid shirt became a symbol of trust in every household that tuned in. Over the decades, he transformed from a local carpenter into a national icon, inspiring generations to pick up a tool and build something with their own hands. But who is the man behind the safety glasses? What drove his rise from small-town builder to television legend? To understand that, we have to go back to where it all began. Norm Abram's journey began far from television lights. Born on October 3, 1949, in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, Norm grew up surrounded by sawdust and the smell of freshly cut wood. His father, a skilled carpenter, introduced him to the building trades at a young age. Those early years were filled with small projects, lessons in patience, and the importance of doing things right the first time. From crafting pinewood derby cars to learning how to measure and cut with precision, these experiences built the foundation of his lifelong dedication to the craft. After completing his education, Norm entered the professional construction world, joining a multi-million-dollar firm in New England. His talent and leadership stood out immediately, and within 3 years, he rose to the role of site supervisor. It wasn't a glamorous job, but it was where Norm sharpened his skills in managing complex projects, understanding materials, and solving problems on the fly. That hands-on experience would later become the reason audiences trusted him implicitly. He wasn't an actor pretending to know carpentry. He was the real thing. Norm's leap from job sites to television was pure coincidence. The turning point came when Russell Marash, a producer at Boston's WGBH and the creator of the PBS series This Old House, hired Norm to build a barn on his property. Marash was stunned by the carpenter's efficiency, noting that Norm had the smallest scrap pile he'd ever seen. It wasn't just skill that impressed him. It was Norm's discipline, respect for materials, and refusal to waste anything. That barn project changed everything. In 1979, Marash invited Norm to join a small renovation project for a TV series called This Old House. The show aimed to document the restoration of an old Victorian home in Boston's Dorchester neighborhood. What started as a simple educational program quickly became a cultural phenomenon. Norm, serving as the master carpenter, brought a calm authority and clear expertise that viewers immediately connected with. His measured voice, practical advice, and reassuring presence turned complicated renovations into approachable lessons for anyone willing to learn. Over time, Norm Abram became more than a television personality. He became an American icon of craftsmanship. The plaid shirt, the safety glasses, and the steady hands became symbols of authenticity. Audiences loved his down-to-earth approach, his refusal to rush, and the sense of pride he brought to every joint, corner, and finish. His fame soon extended beyond PBS. He appeared on major shows like The Late Show with David Letterman, Oprah Today, and Good Morning America. Even the sitcom Home Improvement paid tribute to him through the character Al Borland, a clear homage to Norm's steady, plaid-wearing persona. His influence reached popular culture so deeply that he even voiced himself in the animated series Freakazoid and appeared in Foot Locker commercials. In 1988, Norm took his expertise to a new level with the new Yankee workshop, another creation of Russell Marash. This show focused entirely on fine woodworking, building furniture, cabinets, and custom pieces with astonishing detail. Norm worked almost entirely alone in a 936-square-foot workshop, relying on a single assistant for cleanup and finishing. Week after week, he completed projects that would take most craftsmen several days or even weeks. His skill was undeniable, his workflow almost surgical in precision. Each episode offered a step-by-step masterclass, teaching millions not just how to build, but how to think like a craftsman. What set the new Yankee workshop apart was its tone. It wasn't flashy or commercialized. It was simple, patient, and deeply educational. Norm never raised his voice or sought the spotlight. He let the work speak for itself. That quiet confidence made the show a global inspiration, introducing countless people to the joy of woodworking. Behind the scenes, Norm shared a strong bond with his This Old House colleagues, especially general contractor Tom Silva. Their friendship reflected mutual respect and easy humor. Norm often described Tom as a sharp joker whose humor kept the crew's spirits high, especially during tough renovations. This camaraderie, along with the team's shared professionalism, gave the show its warmth. Viewers could feel that this was more than a workplace. It was a family bound by passion for craftsmanship and respect for one another. When the new Yankee workshop stopped producing new episodes in 2009, fans were left wondering why. Years later, as Norm's retirement approached, the reason became clear. The show's licensing agreements were tied directly to his involvement. When he officially stepped away from television in 2022, after 43 years, those rights expired, leading to the removal of the series from digital platforms. It wasn't a cancellation out of neglect, but a natural closing of a long and respected chapter. Away from the cameras, Norm has always valued privacy. He was first married to Laura Cohn, with whom he shares a daughter named Lindsay. After their divorce in 1996, Norm remarried, though he keeps his current wife's name private. Together, they enjoy a peaceful life filled with shared interests: cooking, visiting art galleries, and spending time outdoors. Whether boating, kayaking, or fishing, Norm finds the same satisfaction in nature that he once found in the smell of sawdust. The colonial-style home he built himself in Massachusetts stands as a personal masterpiece, a quiet reminder of his own craftsmanship. In 2022, Norm's retirement announcement stirred a wave of speculation about his health. Fans noticed he had lost weight and worried about possible illness or tragedy. But there was no dark story, just a man acknowledging the limits of his body after decades of physical labor. He explained simply that he could no longer handle the heavy work the way he used to. His departure wasn't an ending born from loss, but a well-earned rest after a lifetime of mastery. To honor him, the producers of This Old House aired a 1-hour tribute special titled The House That Norm Built. Premiering on his birthday, October 3, 2022, it celebrated his craftsmanship, legacy, and impact on generations of builders. The special shifted the conversation away from rumors and toward appreciation, ensuring that Norm's story ended on the same note it had always carried: quiet excellence and grace. Norm Abram's success wasn't just creative, it was also financial. Decades on television, books, and endorsements made him one of the most respected figures in his field. His steady income from This Old House and the new Yankee workshop grew significantly after Time Incorporated acquired the shows in 2001, expanding their reach and syndication. Even after retirement, Norm continues to contribute as an editorial board member of This Old House magazine, where his monthly column, Norm's Notebook, still shares his wisdom with readers. Beyond television, Norm wrote 8 books that became essential reading for woodworking enthusiasts. Titles like Measure Twice, Cut Once, and The New Yankee Workshop Kids Stuff blended storytelling with technical insight. His work in publishing added to his reputation as an educator who could explain complex craftsmanship in ways anyone could understand. His reputation also attracted corporate partnerships and endorsements with major tool and home improvement brands, further strengthening his financial foundation. As of 2025, Norm Abram's net worth is estimated between $2.5 million and $5 million. Most of his fortune comes from his legendary 43-year career on This Old House and the New Yankee Workshop, where he reportedly earned $500,000 to $800,000 per season at his peak. Over the decades, those earnings, along with royalties from his 8 woodworking books, guest appearances, brand collaborations, and residuals from reruns, built a steady multi-million-dollar legacy. Before television, Norm ran his own construction and contracting business, a foundation that shaped both his skills and authenticity. Even in retirement, his shows still air worldwide, generating modest income through royalties and reruns. In today's digital age, Norm's presence continues through the New Yankee Workshop's official YouTube channel, home to more than 200,000 subscribers and 263 archived episodes. Though it earns only $2,000 to $3,300 a year, the channel's true worth isn't in revenue, it's in legacy. Currently, Norm Abram enjoys a peaceful retirement along the Rhode Island coast. He and his wife have settled into what he calls a new old house, blending traditional design with the warmth of coastal living. True to form, he's not idle. He's building a new personal workshop, carefully planning every detail himself. His next pursuit is learning shipbuilding, a complex, demanding craft that speaks to his enduring desire to challenge himself and learn something new. Even in retirement, Norm remains connected to the trades that shaped his life.